So got the factory fuel pump out, got my Walbro 255 out of there, and this is the 800 horsepower Supra pump. Notice the size difference? So this was in here. This was in here like this. It was in here like this with this rubber spacer. So the hole for the fuel pump is just barely big enough for this. So I'm thinking what I can do is trim down this spacer, and this fits on there perfect, and that will take up this amount of space and it'll lock it in place, because what happens when you first turn these on is they do this. So you got to have something to lock it in place so that it doesn't jump around whenever you turn it on and off. One thing worth noting is this thing seems like it's a one-way trip, but it's not. I just took the screwdriver and stuck it through the bottom right here and pushed up, and it popped it loose. So the fuel filter, the pickup tube filter, is actually a little odd. It's kind of like this L shape, and it goes down inside here like this and wraps around this, so you can't get this out, the pickup tube filter out. So just a little ingenuity got a long way. So the factory pickup tube filter will fit almost perfect on this pump. The only thing that's stopping it is this little thing right here. I don't know if you can see that little thing right there. So I'm just gonna trim that off. All right, there we go. Now it's gone. Now, factory pickup tube fits perfectly. Well, almost perfect. It's definitely good enough. The only thing is that metal thing is interfering just a little bit, but here we go, just like the factory. I would like to note that these two hoses I actually had to cut off. They're some sort of hardened plastic tube. I was gonna have to modify them anyways to get it to work with the new pump. So I just cut them off, and I'm gonna replace them with new fuel line and clamp them in place. Factory wiring adapted to the new one. Double nuts for extra security to make sure that they don't ever come loose. Alright, so managed to trim down the little rubber gasket here, and it fits around here perfectly, and this thing is in there. It will not go anywhere. So now we just gotta pop the factory pickup tube filter on there, and there's a little orange gasket in there. It's a one-way valve basically that helps fill this thing up. I'm not sure why that's there, but it was there, so I'm gonna put it back. So just gotta line everything up, put it back together, and we are ready to go. So here's a little black connector, some sort of ground, I'm sure. It was up there on that pin. Here's the main connector. There. And that locks it in place. Also, a word of caution, besides this little red stopper, there were these little rubber feet on the bottom of the sending unit, and I'm pretty sure it's to make sure that this is insulated from vibration, but it also creates just a little bit of space underneath here so that this isn't cut off in any way and it can flow as much fuel as it needs to. But I'd go ahead and put these back. They were there for a reason, so somebody smarter than I am put those there, so